Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Manor Lords. You join us for episode 4 of season 2 of my Manor Lords playthroughs. So, you join us back in Eichenhau and all of the building work that I set out to do is now being completed. We're looking pretty good. I've rearranged the farms a little bit so that they're a little bit more organised, aiming for around about between like 0.5 and 0.6 Morgan in terms of the size of the plots. And we've kind of made it a little bit more efficient. So in some places we've got 12 farming plots, some we have 9, some we have 15, trying to keep it within multiples of 3 to make it a bit easier to maneuver things around. So you can see here we've got like wheat, then fallow, same again here, and same again here. Then the next 4 fields are fallow, wheat, and so on and so forth. And that just gives us a nice efficient kind of maneuverability throughout the seasons and years when we're growing these crops. We've got wheat over here, we've got barley over here, and over here we've got flax. Now flax is going to be vitally important because flax is what's going to get us our improved gambesons, which gives our army a lot more power when they get to work. You can see already we've started expanding. I've got all of my kind of militia that I'm looking to get. We don't have the population currently to actually fill this out, let alone the equipment. But that's something that we're actually going to change now. We now have our deep mine up and running. So that's going to be very useful moving forward. We'll get 1 person working in that and 1 person working in the bloomery. Now this might mean that our fuel production is going to need to improve. Currently our tailor's shop are working on cloaks. We're going to change that to gambesons. And over here with our tailor's shop again, we're going to have them producing gambesons as well. The armourers are going to continue with helmets, which is really good. The fletchers will currently just stay. Actually, all they can do is do our bows and stuff, which is really good. Joiners, we're currently having 1 joiner producing large shields and 1 joiner producing small shields. Then our cobblers are producing shoes. Obviously the blacksmiths are currently going through the various different armaments that are available to us, mainly our sidearms, spears and polearms. Now my army is going to have 2 archers, they're going to have a squad of militia footmen, we're going to have 2 spear militia, and then we're going to have polearms. I'm then going to start rebuilding my retinue after the enemy lord for some strange reason decided that he'd take out my remaining 2 retinue, which is not great. Over here we've got the woodcutters and the sheep farm, which we currently don't have anything going on, but that's just a placeholder at this moment in time for when we finally do get that up and running. Eichenhau is currently at tier 3. Now my next step is going to be to take on trade logistics and better deals. I had thought about doing advanced armor making, but we're not going to bother with that. We don't need it. So for now, my plan is to go with trade logistics and better deals, and then I'm probably going to pick up orchardry. Maybe beekeeping. Simply because as you get like higher levels within your settlement, your demands kind of go up a little bit. You need food variation. Now at the moment I do plan on investing a little bit more into eggs and a little bit more into vegetables, but it would be really good to have a supply of something like honey that we can actually continue to use. I don't want to have to import food, and like we've already talked about, our berry deposits and our wild animals will not sustain our settlement long term. So my plan is to kind of continue expanding my burgage here. At the moment we could really do with getting some of these logs shifted around for some reason. So I think what we actually do need is to put in another hitching post. So we're going to have another one right in the centre of town, just next to this small stable here, and we're going to set that as a highest priority, get the logs moving, because currently we've got quite a few livestock spaces, but they're not assigned at the moment. We've got an enemy unit. Where are they? They're on the move somewhere. Oh, here they are. We've got some brigands coming through. We're going to have to act fast. And actually, at the moment, we don't have a lot in terms... We've got 20 spear militia. We've got 17 bowmen. So we might actually have to hire in some mercenaries. We don't actually have the treasury funds to do that, which is unfortunate. It might well be then that we need to lock down and try and save ourselves here. We've got 18, so there's what, 18, 36, 54 brigands on their way over to us, and we are in a little bit of a pickle here. We don't have the funds in the treasury to actually hire in some mercenaries, and this might be a little bit of a difficult fight for us, unless we can get some stuff produced very quickly and beef up our army, I'm going to have to actually just bring this lot out to here. And we're just going to have to do a little bit of work to kite them around. We can, you know, I suppose what we could do is lock them down in the fort. We'll try and drag them towards the manor. They don't seem to be moving at this moment in time, which is good. That hitching post is now finished. We'll leave that as it is for now. We'll just see what happens there. So the hitching post is now done. We're going to immediately upgrade it to a small stable. And we need to carry on. For some reason, the timber is not showing up, even though we've got 28 in that logging camp. It might be because I've set off a bunch of upgrades. I wanted to improve these burgage plots here. So as you can see, stuff is getting moved around, but it's very slow going, and it's because we don't have a lot of people assigned to stuff. Let's just keep an eye on these bandits. They're not moving at this moment in time, so that is good. It does give us a chance to actually start producing our army. I do also have this lot who can come out as well. Bring them. Another thing you might have noticed is we are now being charged a royal tax, and that means we need to make sure that we have enough wealth in our treasury in 328 days. I'm going to disband for now. This lot aren't moving at all, so I'm going to just pretend that we're safe for now. And what we're going to need to do is start taxing people, but until we have enough market food variety and enough happiness within the settlement, I'm not completely comfortable actually doing that. Once this small stable has been constructed, it's still highest priority. That should be good. We do need some more people to come into the settlement though. And harvests are starting to improve, which is really good. And we're getting vegetables coming in as well, which is very, very nice to see. So as you can see, eggs is something that we're going to need to really invest in very soon. Currently, we've got 27 level 2 burgage plots and 52 level 1 burgage plots. I want to improve my level 1 burgage plots very quickly, because that'll give us a nice income of regional wealth. Sorry, I do keep going and checking on those bandits just in case they start moving, and we can upgrade these burgage plots now. I think some of these farms are really inefficient, and that's something that I wish I'd thought about a little bit sooner. I'm going to stick a construction reserve. We've still got a construction reserve of 50 there, but I'm going to drop that down to around about 30. And that just means my saw pit will start producing stuff again. Now, our logging camp is currently doing pretty well, but I do want to change the work area now. We're going to move it into this area here, because the forest has pretty much been replenished right now. Our saw pit's looking pretty good, and over here, this woodcutter's lodge, we're just going to limit the work area over to here for now, and then the forester's hut, we're just going to redo the work area. We're going to move it over to this area here. And then hunting cabin's looking good. We're getting plenty of berries in, and that's a pretty good start. Let's just have a quick look. Those brigands are not moving. I think we're safe from them for now. So we have all of our living spaces have now been assigned, so that means we're going to need to build some more burgage, which I'm not going to do yet. I want to make sure that everything that can be upgraded has been scheduled for upgrade. So we've got level 2s all the way over here. We've got a level 1 here that we're going to upgrade. Level 1 here. As soon as we get timber, we need to kick off these upgrades, because I'm really worried about, you know, a lack of variety on the marketplace. And whilst these are upgrading, I don't want to expand too quickly. Obviously, we're going to need to tax very soon, but for now, I just want to keep letting my regional wealth build up. Our trading post at the moment is currently only exporting planks. I'm going to change that. We're not going to export planks. We're actually going to start exporting hides. We've already got. What about our leather? We're going to start exporting leather as well. We're going to keep our surplus at 10. And with hides, we're going to keep the surplus at 10 as well. Commodities, we're going to start exporting tools, because we actually don't have any use for them. And we're going to establish a trade route. Now, this is going to be very, very important, because as we expand our army, once these have finished producing everything that we need, we can actually start using our blacksmiths. Got a smithy here, which will produce tools. So we could actually put one person to work in the smithy right now, and they will start producing tools and selling them. And that gives us a good start for that. Just to bring in some more regional wealth, that'll allow me to then start taxing people. What we can also do is, once we've got enough shields, we'll be able to have them start switching to producing wooden, what are they called? Let me have a quick look in the trading post. In fact, we might as well put these in now. It's not a commodity. It's not military either. It's the craft. Wooden parts. So wooden parts will bring us in an income. We can establish a trade route for that now, and we will start exporting it. We will have the surplus. We'll set it at 1. I think that's because sometimes the game thinks you've got, you know, when you have it set at 0 for some reason, it doesn't seem to work. I'm going to drop it down to 0 and we'll just see what happens. Then we can actually set one of our joiners. Once we've got enough of a certain amount of shields and things, we'll be able to set those joiners to create wooden parts. So I'm thinking the spear militia here, they're going to be working on that for quite a while. But our militia footmen, once we have 36 wooden shields, we will be able to really start selling those wooden parts to make a profit. So we're at 257 days for that annual royal tax. We're at 94% happiness. I am going to start taxing my citizens. I'm going to tax them at... oh, no, we're not going to tax them yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tax them quite high. And that means I'll only need to tax them for a couple of months. And then we'll have enough to actually pay off that yearly annual royal tax. And then be able to remove the tax again. I really don't want to have to tax my citizens. I would rather keep them happy. But here we go. We're upgrading our small burgage plots from level 1 to 2. It looks like everything in the main bulk of the settlement here has now been done. We've got level 1 somewhere there. I saw it. Right, what I'm going to do is... These don't look really efficient, and I don't really want to keep them as vegetable plots. I think maybe changing them to... Although they are bringing in vegetables, so that's fine. So currently, we are year on year, we're bringing in, looks like, enough vegetables every year to keep our settlers happy, but eggs is problematic at the moment. So my next set of expansion is probably just going to be selling, being converted into producing eggs. Over here at this burgage plot, they don't have a food stall supply, and that could well be because my marketplace is so far away that they can't get to it, but this one seems to be able to be expanded. My advice to you, if this happens, take the expansion first and then add someone else into the plot afterwards, because they could always run out of that food. They could your opportunity to expand that burgage plot could vanish. What doesn't vanish is your opportunity to expand that burgage plot to include another family in there. So always go for that. We've got an empty work area, that's the forager hut, so we'll take those 2 out. And we're looking pretty good. Now, currently, we're going to have to look at expanding our granaries. Now, the problem we have here is these granaries, we're then going to need to give them a work area, because what I don't want is people who work in this granary to go all the way over to this part of the settlement to then buy food. It might well mean that we're going to have to find a centralized location for a new marketplace, which could be here. Alternatively, we could just create a brand new marketplace in this area, but what I don't want to do is have my marketplace spread out far too much. The other option we could do is reduce the storehouse here and just have this storehouse providing leather, or we remove leather from here altogether, leather and linen and stuff, and make a brand new storehouse for the tailors. Because at the moment, if we have a look, we've got firewood stalls, we've got clothing, we've got quite a few various stalls that might actually... See, this one has been abandoned, even though it's got eggs in it. Then over here, we've got food, which is great. We've got food here, which is great. We've got food there, food there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 food stalls, but we only have the 1 large granary. I don't think we have another one, do we? Don't think I've built another one. So for some reason, we've got food stalls that have been set up that shouldn't actually be set up, because I don't want anybody here to be making food stalls, which is very, very strange. Nobody else, apart from the granary, should be setting food stalls up. Even the communal ovens aren't allowed to set up food stalls, which doesn't sit quite well with me, because I have a granary here that has 6 people working in it. So I should have 6 food stalls. I've got 1, 2, an abandoned one there is 3, another food stall there is 4, 5, oh wait, 6, 7. We've got 7 food stalls. So who is here? That's a granary worker. That is also a granary worker. That is a granary worker. Another granary worker. And a trader. Ah, okay, our trader has a food stall. Now, could that be because I'm importing berries? No, it's not. So our trader here, we're going to take them out and we're going to put a brand new trader in. We're going to not allow them to have a market stall set up. So we put another trader back in there and then they will just be able to focus on trading. So that should now see an abandoned food stall pop up there. We're going to demolish that to free up the space. And then over here, I think, is this an abandoned one? This food stall is also abandoned. We're going to demolish that. Now, I would advise periodically coming back and just looking at this, because we've got another abandoned food stall there that we can demolish and another one there. So these have all been abandoned. Now, clothing store that's been abandoned. And we're just freeing up new market locations here so that someone can come in and set up. Because I really don't want to see this get oversaturated and full of abandoned stalls. We need to make sure that we keep an eye on that. Right, so we've kind of almost gotten to the end of the year and it looks like our vegetable supply is holding pretty steady. We've also managed to upgrade all of these burgage pots here. I'm going to slow things down just so I can take a nice sit rep. Everything looking pretty good in here. We've managed to upgrade all of our burgage plots on this side, even that last one there. These are all now level 2 burgage pots. Over here, these have gotten to level 2, and here we've got all level 2 apart from that one there, but that can be upgraded. So we'll get that done, and we'll also get that done. Excellent. Right. These burgage plots here are level 2, and they are going to become my brewers. With this one, though, I think I might just have one brewer. So I'm going to have this one become a brewery. We need 5 planks, and we've got 40 timber. But because I have that surplus, I'm going to drop that surplus down to 20 again, so we can get some planks in. Then we're going to have this one become the brewer. And I think what I might do is, I might add another... Oh, maybe we could... We'll make this one a chicken coop, actually. So we've got a chicken coop there. That's going to be the brewer. And then I don't want to make my windmill get into any difficulty. So we're going to have a look along here and see if we can put in... We can fit some chicken coops there, but it will impact the windmill. So we don't really want to do that. Another thing I need to mention is the manor here. If I was now to rearrange that manor, I've noticed that there's a bit of a bug. Which is a bit of a shame. So now that manor is essentially set in stone, which is unfortunate because here this wall hasn't constructed properly, and I have seen people just walk straight through it. It's not great. You can see the wall is actually under the ground there, and I think it's because of the terrain, but it might not be. It's just messed it up a little bit, and it makes this development of Eichenhau a little bit unfortunate, which is a big shame. Anyway, this burgage pot is now under construction. That's under construction. We now have everything there at level 2. Over here, these are all obviously level 2. And then up here, I just want to make sure that we can upgrade all of these. We're going to add another living space into that one. And then we're going to continue expanding these ones. So eventually, we should have a load of people at level 2, which gives us a really good staging point for expanding. Now, I know we were trying to rush things in the past, but we're going to try and calm things down. You can see we're starting to really build an army here. We don't have any gambesons produced yet, but it's because we've not had a flax harvest, although it looks like we're going to get our first singular harvest of flax very soon. And it's largely down at, you know, like these fields, they do have flax there, and there's flax in that one. So where's our tailor? Got our tailor up and running. They're going to need linen for that, but do we have a weaver? I don't think we've built a weaver's workshop yet. Got a malt house there. We don't have a weaver. So let's put a weaver in. We've got a woodcutter there and a sheep farm, but no weaver. Now my weaver's probably going to want to go along here. So let's put that one in. It is in industry and the weaver's workshop. We'll put it right at the edge of this little street here. Oh, we can put it actually, we'll put it right next to that woodcutter's lodge. So once the weaver's workshop is built, we're not going to allow them to set up a market stall, and we are going to make sure, where's our tannery actually? They aren't allowed to set up market stalls either. Now this large storehouse has plenty of stuff in there. A lot of it is going to be firewood, but we also will have a clothing stall. There's the clothing stall. They're selling boots and stuff, which is good. We've got food, firewood, food, and clothing again. What is this clothing stall then? Who's working there? The cobbler. The cobbler has a stall. We don't want that to be the case, so we'll go to our cobbler, who is somewhere around here. There they are. And we will stop them having a market stall. That should then see that be abandoned eventually. Those shoes should go into the large storehouse, and it means that people will then be able to... Yeah, you still got one for demolishing it. Off you go. Then those supplies will hopefully go into the large storehouse and be used in the actual clothing store that we've got there, which is selling shoes. Great. And that means our cobbler will just be tasked with focusing on doing the work. Now, we have some exposed goods, but that's those supplies there that are currently being carted back into the storehouse. And it's probably going to be time to tax people because we only have 143 days left. So I'm going to very quickly boost the taxes to 40%, which will bring us down to 51% approval. But it will allow us to get roughly the exact amount of regional wealth that we need to pay off the king's tax. So the regional wealth will be converted into our treasury, and that'll be very, very good for us. Right, okay, we are starting to get some harvests in, so barley's coming in. We do need to do something about those bandits very soon. We now have requirements not being met down here. Oh, got it now. So we're going to upgrade these burgage plots. We've got that one going to level 2. That's level 2, level 2, level 2. Excellent. And we have 47 out of potential 7 plots upgraded now. So this is good. We have currently got 84 living spaces. Everything seems to be at level 2 now. Once these have all upgraded, we'll have everything on level 2, which means, oh, we've got some level 1s here. Bang and bang. That's them getting upgraded to level 2. Everything else is already at level 2 by the looks of things, which is exactly what we want. Winter's coming, and we currently have a lot of vegetables, so that should last us the winter. And we should be ready to start building our next burgage plots. Now, this is going to be the next kind of challenge for us. We have a weaver's workshop up and running now, so we'll get one person working in that. We currently have some problems with stuff not being met, but it looks like that's going to get sorted. We've still got some shoes there that need to be picked up from that vacant market space. There's 19 pairs left, so that's fine. That shouldn't take us too long. Big harvest of wheat coming in. We've got plenty of iron ore starting to build up, and that is the tax done. We're going to, now that we're almost at the level we need, we're going to drop the tax down to 10%, and then we'll get another 32 converted into treasury. Then we can remove all taxes completely. We are at -2 eggs somehow. Vegetables are holding steady though, so that's really good. It's definitely time now then to build some more chicken coops. And I think down this area is probably going to be a good idea to do it. So we've got this little space here that goes along the back. And I think what we should probably do is we'll put a little row in here, kind of to around about there. Why is that not allowing me to build? Is it because of the road here? So do we need to go along here to there and then along there? What's the problem here? Ah, we don't have enough timber, that's why. Well, that's okay. We will just wait for the timber to roll in. What else? Oh, right, okay. What we have, the problem we have at the moment, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot. We built a new stable and we've not got any more ox. So let's get some more oxen. We're going to hire the one. We'll get him placed in the stable. We'll get 2 people working to drive the oxen. And once we get another month out of the way, we will be able to improve things there. Right, we have enough for the annual royal tax, so we will remove all taxes from our citizens. We do have a little bit of an issue with people not being able to access what they're after, but I'm not too worried about that. We do definitely need to really boost our egg production. We're at 15 eggs at the moment, but that continues to fluctuate. I want to try and get like a surplus of 100 eggs in stock. So we're going to need to do a big push on producing eggs. In 17 days, we'll be able to order another ox, and that should help us move stuff around the logging camp has a surplus of logs stored there, 29 units of timber, and only 5 apparently showing up on our inventory, which is a little bit of a shame. Obviously, we can kick this production off a little bit once we've got some new houses, so that's going to be one of our tasks. But for now, I'm pretty happy. We've got full storage. Obviously, it's the logging camp that is having some issues. We've only got 5 timber there in storage, and things are starting to get a little bit dicey as we go into the winter. I do want to expand, but for some reason, until we get timber moving through the settlement, that's not going to be possible. Our woodcutter's lodge doesn't have enough space left for production. What we could do is we could build another woodcutter's lodge. That would actually help things. But, yeah, their storage is full. And we're getting requirements not met. But once this build is done, I think we should be okay. Just going to have a quick look at those bandits. They still haven't moved an inch, so they must just be stuck there. Maybe they're just having a little bit of a constant party. Our royal tax has gone up to 252. We have 52 level 1s and 51 level 2s. But I think once these have been upgraded, that'll take us up to the next kind of... I don't know what... Why does it say 51 and then 52? What is that about? These are under construction. All of these are under construction. We have 84 living spaces. But that suggests that we have... it's the plot itself. That's the thing. Right. But does that mean... Does it tick off at level 1 and level 2? So, I've got 53 burgage plots altogether. And out of those 53, 52 of them are currently at level 2? I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking questions into the void here. Any tips on this display would be really useful. Okay, I get it now. So one of them has been completed, and that has gone up to 54. When it's under construction, it drops down because it's taken out of the pool. When the construction is complete, it gets added on, and maybe because of the fact that we have some that are multiple, you know, multi-use. That's what I don't know. We'll wait for all of this construction to be completed, and then hopefully that'll give us a bit of a clearer picture. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I can tell, all of our burgage plots should now be at level 2. And the reason I want them to be at level 2 is so that... Oh, another ruler's army has been sighted. Where are they going? There they are. I think they might be going to take out those bandits, which, fair play to them. You go, you do you, mate. That's fine. I'm just happy chilling out here. But I am very slowly building up an army that's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. So just you be ready for that, my friend. And, yeah, so these burgage plots are still under construction. That's fine. We'll let that run for a little bit longer. I definitely can't see any other level 1s. And it looks like, as they are completed, they are definitely kind of going back into that pool. So that's good. It means that I've kind of got a handle on things. But it does look like there's one level 1 burgage plot somewhere that has not been discovered by myself. And it's not these. These all need to be at level 2, I think. So it cannot be them. It's not over here. Got level 2s all the way along there. Yep. You can take those out of the corpse pit now. We don't actually need them. Level 2, level 2, level 2, level 2. This is not entertaining, is it? I should be really focusing on development. Ah, there you are. Upgrade. Right, okay, so now every single burgage plot is going to be at the correct level. We have all of our stalls in place, and yeah, now we're looking good. Food has kind of stagnated a little bit, but we should now be producing plenty of timber. We have 44 timber in stock, so we can now build our next set of burgage plots. And these are going to be chicken coops. They're going to go all the way along here, and we're going to drop these down so that we can have secondary houses in there, second living spaces in there, so we can harvest 2 eggs per cycle. And then up here, we're going to, once again, we're going to run along the back here, along this way. And then we're going to come up to here and along to here. And we're going to drop these down again. There we go. And then these are all going to be chicken coops. As far as the eye can see. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to go all the way to the end there. I'm going to pull that to here. And then just shorten them again so we can get some more houses in there. And then we're going to start coming along to here. And then this is going to come off to this space here. Why does that not allow me to have a... How very strange. It won't give me a backyard extension there. So we will come to here. We'll come out to here. And then to there. And then we'll drop this down. Ah, it's not great, is it? Ooh, the enemy army is claiming Nuslo. That's okay, though. We'll let them get on with that. And then what about here? Okay, this could work. Very, very patchy looking one. Only gets one family in there. I'm not too sure about that. Let's see if we can go a little bit further. To there. Come all the way along to here. Then to here. And then... Ah, okay, this could do it. And if I just go to the end there... Right, we'll come along to here. Keep going. That'll do. Drop that down. Okay, that is not the best, but I quite like it. And then what we can do is we can have a little road that runs along the back here. And just kind of... Oh, actually, no, we're going to demolish that. We'll demolish that. What I want, we're going to put in a road that kind of comes here. There. And... joining back up with the settlement there. And we'll have it kind of come along here. To there. Then we'll have it kind of wrap all the way around the farm here. I think this will look really nice. So we've got this walkway that kind of goes all the way around the farm. Then we can start putting more houses in here that run along the back. Then we'll put this house back in. Like that. Going along here. And there we can now fit in more chickens. And then all the way along to here. We'll have it stop to here. And then we'll come back this way. Now, these might not be efficient. But I just want to make sure I use all of the space I have. In fact, I'm going to see if we can just have these a little bit... Yeah, it's not going to work. We're going to have to... Okay, so it's not the most efficient, but it's going to do us fine. We're going to have the road kind of come along the back here to here, running all the way along the back of this area. What we'll do is we'll have it go down to here. We'll start it at the back of those buildings there. We'll have it come to here and then loop around and link back up with the rest of the settlement there. And the road will continue on along here. Before cutting to it. Oh no, it doesn't actually need to. We'll just have it stop at the end there, and then we can fit another whole row of houses in there. And then we'll have another road come to join up with this corner. There. Now we're going to put a ton of houses in all the way along here. We'll have one go to there, joining up with the back of that burgage plot there, and then we'll drop these down. Now this is a little bit grid-like, but you know what? It's going to work for us. We're going to get a load more chicken coops in. We might even be able to, you know, have some of these as backyard extensions that have vegetable plots in. Maybe this one will do the little vegetable plot in there, because I think that's quite substantial. And then along here, we'll just carry this on all the way to the end there. And we're basically filling in all of the blank space that we have. This one doesn't actually get a burgage plot, which is slightly frustrating. There must be something we can do with that to make sure that one does go in there. So there, and then here we'll put in one final one there. Just reduce the size of this all the way down. See, even there it removes the burgage plot. I wonder why. So rather than having... Yeah, how strange. We're putting this in. This is going in. And I'm just going to make sure that I have 2 houses in. That one could be a chicken coop. That one, they can do whatever they want. I don't really care. Right, we've got another ruler's army, and it is... Why are you in my lands? Leave me alone. Get away. Don't you dare. What are you doing? Are you chasing my people? Are you attacking my people? You're just wandering around aimlessly by the looks of things. Well, you've left my people alone. You're just wandering off the map. You're over there as well. You're over there. You're over there. What are you doing? Is this just some sort of weird threat? You've killed those bandits, and now you're just rubbing it in my face? Is that what it is? How very dare you. Right, okay, we have these burgage plots are already in, which is great. We're going to start to see an influx of new people moving in, and we can now start expanding the burgage plots. We've got plenty of timber to do so. So we also have quite a bit of regional wealth as well. So chicken coops to come first. We're going to get these chicken coops in, and then the minute we're able to expand the living spaces, that's what we're going to do. As soon as they've been built, we get them upgraded. So we're just going to close out the episode for today while all of this is building. It's going to resume, so next episode you'll obviously see the back end of it, and then we will carry on from there. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Manor Lords. We've done quite a little bit in terms of solidifying our food variety by getting in these eggs, and yeah, I think that's going to really serve us well going forward, and we can start producing our ale, expanding our burgage plots, and hopefully we'll be in a really good position to get that next development point next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.